The glittering world of Hollywood has always been driven by an insatiable curiosity about the personal lives of its brightest luminaries, creating an undeniable bond between global icons and the audiences who admire them. When a beloved figure manages to balance a skyrocketing, high-stakes career with a deeply private, flourishing family life, the world naturally stops to watch. It is a rare phenomenon to see an Academy Award-winning actress completely redefine what it means to have it all, operating at the absolute peak of her professional powers while simultaneously anchoring her life in the quiet joys of maternal bliss. For over 2 decades, one particular superstar has captured our hearts, evolving from a beloved teenage cinematic princess into one of the most respected, versatile, and enduring dramatic forces of modern cinema. Her journey has been marked by unforgettable performances, red carpet triumphs, and a profound, authentic connection with her global fan base, making every milestone in her life feel like a shared victory for millions of admirers around the world. As we dive into this unfolding story, we invite you to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss an update on the most captivating moments in the entertainment world and the lives of your favorite stars. The atmosphere surrounding this global icon has always been and one of elegant mystique combined with an incredibly warm, down-to-earth accessibility. Fans have watched her grow, mature, and take on increasingly complex creative challenges, always handling the intense glare of the spotlight with an unmatched grace. Yet, beyond the multi-million-dollar film sets, the grueling press tours, and the glamorous awards ceremonies, there is a secondary narrative that has deeply endeared her to the public, a personal journey defined by a quiet, dedicated romance and a beautiful commitment to motherhood. In an industry where relationships are frequently fleeting and family life is often compromised for the sake of professional momentum, her steady, 14-year bond with her partner has stood out as a beacon of stability. Together they have quietly built a sanctuary away from the flashing cameras, raising their children with a sense of normalcy that is incredibly rare in the upper echelons of show business. This balance between public excellence and private fulfillment has made her an inspirational figure for a generation of women striving to navigate their own complex paths, proving that true success is not just about the accolades you collect, but the love you nurture away from the public eye. Lately, the whisperings around Hollywood have been reaching a fever pitch, fueled by an unprecedented professional streak that has seen her attached to some of the most highly anticipated cinematic projects of the decade. Her name has been dominating the headlines, with critics and audiences alike marveling at her work ethic and her seemingly boundless energy as she jumps from one demanding role to another. There is an undeniable electricity in the air whenever a star of this magnitude enters a new phase of life, a collective sense of anticipation as the public waits to see how she will navigate her next great chapter. The excitement surrounding her career has been so intense that few could have predicted the deeply personal, joyful revelation that was about to disrupt the standard Hollywood news cycle. It is the kind of moment that reminds everyone of the human heart beating beneath the glamorous exterior of celebrity culture, shifting the conversation from box office metrics and red carpet fashion to something far more fundamental, beautiful, and universal. The stage was set on a quiet Friday morning when social media platforms suddenly lit up with an unexpected, breathtakingly simple announcement that immediately sent shockwaves of joy through the entertainment community. Rather than opting for a clinical, highly managed public relations statement or an exclusive commercialized magazine spread, the beloved actress chose to share her monumental news directly with her peers and her millions of followers in the most intimate way possible. The reveal was a masterclass in charm, capturing a candid, unscripted moment of pure human happiness that instantly resonated with anyone who saw it. Clad in a beautiful flowing white dress that perfectly caught the morning light, she stood before the camera with a radiant, unforgettable smile that spoke volumes before she even moved her hands. With a playful, elegant gesture, she dropped her folded arms to reveal a distinct, unmistakable baby bump, instantly confirming the wonderful rumors that had begun to circulate among sharp-eyed fans. When show 2, the accompanying caption was just as sweet and wonderfully understated, reading simply, "X baby, I'm yours X," a poignant nod to the timeless Barbara Lewis melody playing softly in the background of her video. This effortless blend of cinematic grace and maternal pride perfectly encapsulated why she remains such a treasured figure in modern culture. The reaction from the global community was instantaneous, a massive wave of celebration, affection, and profound admiration that united everyday fans and fellow Hollywood royalty alike. In a matter of minutes, the comment section of her post became a glittering tapestry of well wishes, reflecting the immense respect and love she has garnered throughout her brilliant career. As the news spread like wildfire across the globe, it became abundantly clear that this announcement was not just a fleeting piece of celebrity gossip, but a deeply meaningful milestone for an actress who continues to inspire, surprise, and delight the world on her own beautifully authentic terms. The instantaneous ripple effect of Anne Hathaway's morning announcement proved once again that her place in the cultural zeitgeist is entirely unparalleled, as the digital world erupted into a synchronized celebration of her upcoming third child. Within mere seconds of the post going live, the collective joy of the internet manifested in an avalanche of notifications, likes, and comments from every corner of the globe. This was not just a passive acknowledgement of a celebrity milestone, but a full-scale outpouring of genuine affection for an actress who has grown up alongside her audience. A representative for the Academy Award winner quickly confirmed the wonderful news through ABC News, solidifying what millions of fans were already celebrating on their feeds. The directness of the revelation, coming straight from Anne herself rather than a detached corporate press release, added a layer of profound intimacy that her followers deeply appreciated. It allowed the public to share in her unvarnished, radiant happiness, watching her proudly display her changing silhouette with the same elegance she brings to the silver screen. As the hours progressed, the digital celebration transformed into a star-studded gathering of Hollywood elite and close friends, all rushing to offer their public congratulations to the expecting mother. Among the very first to break the digital barrier was Lily Collins, the acclaimed star of the global hit series Emily in Paris, who left a heartfelt message of love and excitement for the expanding family. Not long after, Tracy Thoms, Anne's beloved co-star from the generation-defining cinematic masterpiece The Devil Wears Prada, shared her own deeply affectionate well wishes, sending a wave of nostalgia through fans who fondly remember their shared history on screen. The public interactions between these high-profile figures provided a rare, heartwarming glimpse into the genuine camaraderie that exists behind the scenes of the entertainment industry, proving that Anne's warmth and kindness have earned her deep, lifelong friendships among her artistic peers. The comment section quickly became a beautiful testament to her character, filled with love from directors, stylists, fellow actors, and musicians who have crossed paths with her over her illustrious career. However, it was the overwhelming, brilliantly creative reaction from her dedicated fan base that truly stole the spotlight and highlighted the deep cultural impact of her most iconic roles. Devotees of her early career immediately drew parallels to her breakthrough performance as Mia Thermopolis, inundating the comments section with ecstatic proclamations that Genovia officially has a new royal heir on the way. Enthusiastic comments flooded in, with fans exclaiming that their beloved cinematic queen is pregnant with the next royal heir, complete with strings of emotional emojis and exclamation points that perfectly captured the collective euphoria. Others marveled at her seemingly superhuman ability to balance the immense physical demands of early pregnancy with what can only be described as an absolute powerhouse of a professional schedule. One incredibly popular comment perfectly encapsulated this disbelief, asking how in the world she managed to film an absolute mountain of movies this year while simultaneously embarking on this beautiful journey into motherhood. Labeling her a real-life superwoman, that exact sentiment is not just a hyperbolic expression of fandom, it is an absolute undeniable fact of her current reality in the year 2026. Anne Hathaway has been operating at a level of professional productivity that would leave even the most seasoned industry veterans completely breathless, establishing a legendary streak of creative output. Her name has been permanently etched at the very top of Hollywood call sheets, proving that her artistic relevance and box office drawing power are stronger now than they have ever been. She has successfully cultivated a rare creative space where she can effortlessly transition between avant-garde independent cinema and massive, mainstream studio blockbusters without ever losing her signature artistic integrity. This intense professional momentum has made her one of the most booked and profoundly busy actresses in the world today, turning the current cinematic landscape into an absolute showcase of her versatile dramatic and comedic talents. Already in the first half of this year alone, audiences have been treated to her brilliance in two massive, critically acclaimed feature films that have dominated conversations within the industry. She completely captivated viewers in the deeply complex atmospheric dramatic feature Mother Mary, delivering a performance of such raw emotional intensity that critics are already whispering about potential awards consideration. Almost simultaneously, she made a triumphant, highly anticipated return to one of her most beloved creative landscapes, starring in the brilliantly witty, glamorous, and commercially successful sequel, The Devil Wears Prada 2. Stepping back into that world allowed her to showcase her incredible comedic timing and undeniable screen presence, reminding audiences everywhere why she remains one of the absolute definitive leading ladies of her generation. The sheer physical and emotional energy required to headline two such completely different, high-profile productions back-to-back is monumental, yet she executed both with a seamless, effortless grace that hid the immense effort beneath the surface. Yet, this double-feature triumph was merely the opening act of what is quickly shaping up to be a historic, generational run through the cinematic landscape. Hollywood insiders and general audiences alike are currently gearing up for the monumental July release of the epic sci-fi production The Odyssey, a film that promises to be one of the absolute biggest cinematic events of the decade. Anne leads an incredibly heavy-hitting, elite roster of co-stars that reads like a definitive who's who of modern filmmaking royalty, including the legendary Matt Damon, the universally beloved Tom Holland, the brilliant Zendaya, and the intense, chameleon-like Robert Pattinson. The sheer scale of this project has generated an immense amount of anticipation, and Anne's central role within this star-studded ensemble further solidifies her status as an absolute titan of the industry. The teaser trailers and promotional materials have already sparked intense discussion online, with fans eagerly dissecting every frame to catch a glimpse of her performance in this highly secretive, visually spectacular cinematic world, as if a summer blockbuster of that magnitude were not enough to cement her dominance. The upcoming autumn season promises to bring an even greater showcase of her incredible artistic range and indefatigable work ethic. When the leaves begin to turn in the fall, Anne will have two additional, completely distinct feature films hitting theaters in rapid succession, starting with the intensely mysterious psychological thriller The End of Oak Street. This project will see her diving into a darker, much more cerebral cinematic space, challenging audiences with a complex narrative that demands the absolute pinnacle of her dramatic capabilities. Immediately following that release, she will surprise audiences once again with Verity, an incredibly anticipated adaptation of the mega best-selling psychological romance novel that has taken the literary world by storm. Taking on such a beloved, fiercely debated literary character is a massive creative risk, but it is precisely the kind of bold, fearless choice that has defined Anne's extraordinary career trajectory. Looking ahead at this truly breathtaking lineup of projects, it becomes clear that we are witnessing an actress operating at the absolute peak of her powers, turning the upcoming months into a beautiful celebration of both her artistic mastery and her personal joy. Beyond the immense excitement surrounding her filmography, fashion enthusiasts and red carpet commentators are already buzzing with immense anticipation for Anne's upcoming pregnancy style. Over the years, she has established herself as a definitive global fashion icon, known for taking bold, sophisticated risks that consistently dictate trends and land her at the top of every single best-dressed list. Seeing how she seamlessly integrates her iconic high-fashion sensibilities with her growing baby bump on the global promotional tours for her upcoming films will undoubtedly be an absolute masterclass in maternity elegance. The unique intersection of her historic professional run and her beautiful personal milestone has set the stage for an unforgettable chapter in her life, a journey that continues to unfold before an adoring world. The incredible synchronization of Anne Hathaway's blossoming personal life with her unprecedented professional achievements marks an extraordinary chapter in modern entertainment history, proving that true fulfillment does not require the sacrifice of one's passions for the sake of another. To fully understand why this moment resonates so deeply with millions of people, one must look at the remarkable journey she has taken to reach this serene, triumphant vantage point. Emerging into the public consciousness as a bright-eyed teenager in the early 2000s, she quickly became a symbol of youthful optimism, capturing a sense of earnestness that made her instantly relatable to a generation of viewers. However, transitioning from a beloved teenage idol into a respected, serious dramatic actress is one of the most notoriously treacherous paths in Hollywood, a challenge that has overwhelmed many promising talents before her. Anne managed this evolution not by playing it safe, but by consistently throwing herself into demanding, avant-garde roles that challenged the public's perception of her capabilities. demonstrating an unwavering commitment to her artistic growth. Her path to the top was never a simple, effortless ascent, but rather a testament to her profound resilience, dedication, and artistic courage in the face of intense public scrutiny. She braved the turbulent waters of industry expectations, enduring periods of intense media focus, and the shifting tides of public opinion with a quiet, dignified resolve that ultimately redefined her career. Her historic, raw, and deeply moving performance in Les Miserables, which earned her a well-deserved Academy Award, was a definitive turning point that solidified her status as one of the finest performers of her generation. Yet, rather than resting on her hard-earned laurels or confining herself to a specific genre, she continued to diversify her portfolio, effortlessly moving between high-concept science fiction, intimate independent dramas, and sophisticated romantic comedies. This rich history of creative fearlessness is precisely what makes her current, monumental run in 2026 feel so incredibly earned, representing the absolute culmination of decades of hard work, artistic refinement, and an enduring passion for the craft of storytelling. At the center of this extraordinarily rich life is her beautiful relationship with her husband, Adam Schulman, a steady and nurturing partnership that has served as her ultimate anchor amidst the chaotic, often unpredictable winds of global fame. The couple, who exchanged vows in a private, breathtaking ceremony back in 2012, have consistently prioritized the sanctity of their family life, creating a safe haven far removed from the constant glare of Hollywood cameras. Together, they have already embarked on the beautiful, transformative journey of parenthood twice before, welcoming their eldest son, Jonathan, in 2016, followed by their second son, Jack, in late 2019. Anne has always spoken with immense, refreshing candor about the profound joys and the inherent challenges of raising children, openly discussing the emotional complexities of fertility and the delicate balance of maintaining a high-powered career while remaining deeply present for her children's daily lives. This transparency has endeared her even further to audiences worldwide, transforming her from a distant, glamorous screen icon into a deeply relatable, empathetic figure for parents everywhere. The news of this third pregnancy adds a beautiful, triumphant new layer to their family story, signaling a period of abundance, warmth, and profound happiness for the tight-knit household. It is a powerful reminder that behind the massive box office numbers, the critical acclaim, and the historic film rollouts, her most cherished and meaningful role remains that of a devoted, loving mother. The fact that she is choosing to expand her family at the exact moment her professional career is experiencing a historic, record-breaking renaissance is a beautiful act of empowerment, shattering the outdated notion that a woman must choose between the peak of her career and the growth of her family. Her journey serves as a luminous blueprint for modern artists and working professionals alike, proving that with the right support system, an unwavering sense of self, and a clear set of personal priorities, it is entirely possible to cultivate a life that is extraordinarily rich in both public achievement and private happiness. As the entertainment world prepares for the massive consecutive releases of her upcoming cinematic projects, the anticipation to see how she will navigate this unique intersection of art and life is truly palpable. Industry analysts are already predicting that her presence on the promotional tours for her summer blockbuster and her autumn psychological thrillers will create some of the most memorable cultural moments of the decade. The upcoming red carpets will not merely be showcases for the world's most elite fashion designers, but a beautiful living celebration of a woman who is proudly carrying new life while dominating her industry. This rare convergence of a historic generational film run and a deeply personal family milestone has elevated Anne Hathaway into a unique realm of cultural iconhood, where her every move inspires admiration, respect, and a profound sense of joy from an adoring public. Ultimately, this unfolding story is about far more than just a beloved actress making a traditional pregnancy announcement or promoting a highly anticipated lineup of Hollywood movies. It is a beautiful, inspiring narrative about a woman who has successfully claimed total ownership of her destiny, navigating the complex highs and lows of global stardom to build a life of authentic, multi-dimensional fulfillment. As she prepares to welcome her third child into the world, while simultaneously sharing her immense artistic gifts with global audiences through a historic slate of films, she stands as a shining example of grace, resilience, and boundless capability. The world will undoubtedly continue to watch her journey with rapt attention and profound affection, eager to celebrate every new milestone, every cinematic triumph, and every quiet moment of family bliss that lies ahead in this extraordinary, beautifully written chapter of her life,